Okay, so this will be your training video on how to send an application to a tenant. So basically, after setting up the showing with a tenant and the landlord, you will need to send out an application to the tenant. This happens immediately after the showing request. So the last video I did was how to process a showing request. Now that we've sent out the information to the landlord for the showing request, we want to send out an application to the tenant so that they are ready to go should they decide they want to rent this property. So it's very simple. We're going to open the email account and we're going to send the canned email online application to the tenant that made the showing request. So I'll go into the email here. There are 4 different ones in here for different people that requested showings. So we've processed all of these. Now we want to send them a confirmation email along with the application. So we're just going to go ahead and copy the email address, compose a new one, paste that in there, and then down here we're going to go to canned responses, online application. So hey there, thank you for your showing request. Our showing representative will be contacting you shortly for your confirmation. In the meantime, here's an easy to fill out online application that you can get started on. You can either choose to fill this out before your showing to save time or after. It's completely up to you. And a little more information in the link. So basically just go ahead and send that out, and that's pretty simple. Then the next process in this is going to be what to do once a completed application comes back. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up and we'll continue this video momentarily. Okay, so this is a platform for processing the applications. This is on-site. It's a third-party set that we use to process the applications for our tenants. So basically what you're going to do is, I got a bunch in here from over the past. I got a few test ones in here. So basically we're going to go ahead and open up a test. Now you'll actually open up the tenant that filled theirs out. And you're just going to go ahead and hit run screening. Now when you hit run screening, it's going to ask you to put the amount of the rent in. So you're going to want to look at the property that the individual is interested in renting. And for this particular one, they wanted to rent, and it was $1,200 a month with a $1,200 deposit. And information above is correct. And then you're going to hit continue. As soon as you do that, it should come back with some results here. Okay, so it comes back with results, and basically this one came back as a 9.4, so that's good. So as long as it comes back with a 9.4, this is somebody that we're going to want to rent to. So basically you'll receive an email notification saying that somebody submitted an application, which will then lead you to on-site where you'll go in and find the information. That was where we clicked the run screening. Once it's completed, we're going to send a canned email to the landlord, and we're going to include the application results as an attachment to the email. So we want to send the landlord for this property the canned email interested applicant. So we'll go ahead and go in here, and we're going to compose to the landlord. And I don't have the email for the landlord right offhand, but that's something that you can find very easily. So we're just going to call it test@gmail.com. This would be the landlord's email. And then we're going to go ahead and go down here, click on canned responses, and we're going to put in here interested applicant. So this is going to be going to a landlord. They have an interested applicant. Congratulations, you have qualified tenant or tenants interested in your property. They have completed their application and the screening process is complete. Please review the attachment below and let us know if you'd like to rent your property to this individual or individuals. Thank you for choosing tenant provider. Humbly, your tenant provider team. So that's the email, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to include the attachment. So the attachment will go back into onsite, and we're going to go view screening, and we're going to go print all screening. And then we're going to go, it's processing, so be patient here. Alright, there we go. And so this is just going to give us a nice breakdown of the information of the applicants. And we're just going to go ahead, I think if we hover around down here somewhere, there it is, we can save this. So we're just going to save it as the tenant's name. So tenant name, and we'll save it to our tenant provider folder. So we'll go ahead and save that. And then we'll go back to our email, and we're going to add the attachment here. So should be able to just go in here to downloads, all my files, I suppose. Tenant name, grab that, and drop it in the email. Okay, so once you have the attachment in there, you have the email together. There's one final step, and let me see here. So the last final step must also include a recommendation in the open remarks of the canned email. These will be different for each tenant. So basically, we just want to go ahead and say in here, our overall recommendation is 9.4 out of 10, which you get right from the document. Overall recommendation 9.4 out of 10. Approve. So our overall recommendation is 9.4 out of 10. Approve. And then we'll just copy that, make it bold, and that's it. So then you can go ahead and hit send and send that off, and we should be all set, I believe. Whoops, I'm opening all kinds of stuff here. So yep, just include the recommendation and you're all set, so you can send that one off. That's that video then.